Hello everyone and welcome back to ETH Market, your almost weekly look at the market. It's been 1.5 weeks ago since the last one, and since I'm not at home this weekend at all, it's gonna be no video this weekend. So if I record now and then the next one's probably 1.5 week later again, so we're sitting a little bit in the middle with the videos. It's gonna be at least give you guys the data from the market here in amarr, but yeah, a little bit later, a little bit bigger time difference in between it. But yeah, I didn't want to get you guys sit there without any data, so that's why I'm doing now. And we're gonna start off with titanium. Titanium is still doing the same thing. It's still pretty much sitting flat at the same price, very stable for pretty long while, for more than a month now. It's like more like 1.5 months that is now pretty stable. Titanium sitting just above the 5 ISK per unit. For the seller's price, sitting at 5.10. For the buyer's price, we drop below the 5K to 4.90. That's slightly lower than 1.5 week ago. That was 5.10. And not many buyers, so there is a chance this price is starting to drop soon. But then again, the buyer orders are pretty decent size for titanium. So, and this is, by the way, a new lowest price for this year for titanium. Next one is ferrite. Ferrite seems to be doing slightly dropping in price. It looks like it. Yeah, 20-day average is dropping 5 days. Now then its points is going slightly up, but then drops again. So it looks like ferrite is also slightly dropping in price, which seems to be what it's already doing for a pretty long while. But now then it spikes up even though here to 12. It's sitting already below the 1150. Monday we were sitting even below the 11 on the average day price. That was very low, and then after that, then yesterday and today we're sitting a little bit higher again. 11.46 for the seller's price and 10.84 for the buyers. 1.5 week ago it was 11.36. So that's again a drop in price, and also this is a new lowest price record for this year on ferrite. Also this again, not many buyers for it. And also the orders are not big for ferrite. So this can mean that's gonna drop pretty soon even more. Then we have Maxlon, who is doing the opposite of what titanium and ferrite is doing. Maxlon is starting to go up in price. It has been sitting here for like 5 days, sitting pretty much at the same line. For today we're sitting again higher on price already, heading for the 46 per unit. It's a pretty high price. But it has been increasing here steadily, then it stays pretty much flat at the same line, and now for today it's just higher. And we're sitting pretty late in the day already, so you can definitely take this in account with it. 44.84 is for the sellers and 43.34 is for the buyers. 1.5 week ago 41.84, so clearly an increase in price for Maxlon. Not the highest price has been this year, but it's still pretty high. It's not too high, pretty normal price. If I look at the buyers, the orders are not too huge amount and can drop pretty quickly to 42 or even 41 very quickly. But we'll see what's gonna happen on this. Hydrogen is still continuing on dropping in price. 20-day was very stable at dropping almost a straight line down, except for the last, looks like it started on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday it's starting to flat out a little bit more, 20-day average. But here at the end it started dropping a little bit again. 5-day is also slightly dropping. Huge sales, by the way, on Sunday on nitrogen. Pretty big spike on that. For the seller's price 103.33 and for the buyer's price 101.39. 1.5 week ago 103.53. So that price has dropped again and is a new lowest price record for this year for hydrogen. So it's pretty low again. And this one maybe gonna drop even more soon. Then we go on for oxygen. After a pretty decent drop for oxygen for a while, it seems to be now stabilizing out between the 550, or even looks like around the 550, maybe a little bit lower, 540 I think. Seems to be pretty much stabilizing out. It has a little bit of spikes, a little bit ups and downs on price, but seems to be very stabilizing here. May slightly go up in price a bit because of the decent drop it had, but might go a little bit up in price again, but not expecting not to go too much up. Seller's price 537.5, buyer's price 513.32. That is a slight increase since 1.5 week ago. 510.28 was the price 1.5 week ago. So it is definitely increasing slightly, but it's not really too huge amount. Zinrit has been pretty much the same. I did not really expect this slight increase in price, but it's not really a big increase. Maybe a couple of, maybe 100, 200 increase in price from where it has been sitting on. So it's not too bad on the price. Still sitting below the 1500, so I say the price is still good for the Zinrit. 1413.39 for the seller's price and 1282.50 for the buyer's price. 1.5 week ago it was 1296 flat. I should round it up. So that's a slight decrease in the price for Zinrit. I don't expect it to go much lower in the price. Then we have Magnesite, and Magnesite is increasing pretty rapidly again in price. After been sitting on a pretty nice price between 2000 and 2050. It's a pretty normal price as thought for Magnesite, but now suddenly Magnesite has been spiking up and that decent sales, but not really like a huge amount. But it's suddenly going up to about 2200. Monday it dropped again back to 2150. Same for the Tuesday, and for today, the Wednesday, we're already going a little bit up to 2175 again. 180 even zelfs. So Magnesite seems looks like it's starting to increase in price again. Seller's price 2198.94. Buyer's price 2060.01, so 060. 1.5 week ago 1970.10. So again Magnesite has been increasing in price and getting close to being new highest price record for this year on Magnesite. It's getting very close, because 2100 was the highest it's been this year for Magnesite. Okay, then the last mineral, morphite. Morphite is really breaking the roof of every station here in New Eden, I think, because it is really going up so high. I see there seems to be a huge amount of sales here. It's like more than about 1 million units of morphite. It just keeps on rising up. I still have a good stock of morphite lying around that is bought in for a low price, around 1,000 per unit I think, or even lower. But look at this. Yesterday it hit the 16,000 mark for Morphyte. That is such an incredibly high price. I never ever seen Morphyte. Whoa. I've never seen Morphyte this high in price. I can even take a year back and you won't see it at all. It's just so high, this price. And for my feeling, it's not gonna end soon. Well, today's price was sitting lower again, below the 14,000. We've seen here also 14,000 and dropped suddenly back to about almost 12,000. And then 3 days later it's back up there. So Morphyte is just one big crash. There are a lot of buy orders up, there are a lot of sell orders up, but not a really huge amount, big ones. So 15,992.86 for the seller's price. And even for the buyers, this is another big one, but we're sitting at 15,066.92 for the buyer's price. And it's a really high price. Of course, you can imagine this is already a new record for this year price on Morphyte. 1.5 weeks ago, hold on to your seats. 1.5 weeks ago, the price of Morphyte for the buyers was 9,265. It went so quick up in this 1.5 week time. It's almost, you need to do a daily thing of it, except often a weekly video, because Morphyte is just changing daily, easily daily per price. So you may see this video later on this evening and see, Morphyte is that price. Probably by the time you watch, then it's maybe even gone up higher. It's just, you cannot track this at the moment. It's just going so quick. Alright, let's take a quick look through the salvage what we got. We have armor plates that are pretty stable, not doing really a huge amount, sitting basically around the 98,000 mark. The Monday had a pretty big drop to about 94,000. Then it just scrolled back up towards the 98,000 mark and sitting pretty much there for the last 2 days. That's today and yesterday. Price is about 98,000 for the sales, but that's less than 500 units, so 102,000 for more than 500 units on the seller's price, and about 98,000 for the buyer's price. Let's see, yeah, 1.5 weeks ago, 92,000 for armor plates. So armor plates increasing in price again. It was 1.5 weeks ago that it's, yeah, was here. So exactly here, this lowest point here, 92,000. There was a very low price that day. After that, it recovered straight away back to the 98,000. So, yeah. Burn logic circuits had made a pretty big dip here, suddenly in price. Went below the 36,000, 38,000, excuse me. Then stayed there for 2 days. It went a little bit slightly up in price. After that, it went up for 3 days at the 38,000 mark, and now slowly increasing again towards the normal price for it, sitting today around the 40,000 per unit. 40,999 I rounded up for the seller's price. For the buyer's price, we're sitting at 39,505. 1.5 weeks ago we had a new record in price, but we don't have now. That time it was 41,221. So there's a decent drop in the price. It's in a pretty average on the price for now. What's it gonna do? I don't think it's gonna do too much. It may increase a little bit more to the 41 again, or stay nicely between the 40 and 39,000. For the interface circuits, has been pretty stable, except for the last few days, like 5 days it looks like it, because there was a big sales amount here, big spike. it pushed clearly the price down a lot, below the 4,000 per unit. Next day we were already closer to the 4,600. Then for the last 3 days we're sitting just above the 5,000 again for fried interface circuits. So if you're lucky, you got everything cheap here, you can now sell it already for 1,000 profit per unit. But that's a pretty big dip. Someone probably empty his station, all his stations cleaned up, or came back from Nullsec with a load of it. Then for the prices, 5,500 for the seller's price, and for the buyer's price 5,000 flat, well, almost flat, 5,045 cents. But that's not really too much. 1.5 week ago the price was 5,265, 50, yeah, 65. So that's a drop in price slightly, but not really too much. Wound up at the 5,000. Then we have melted capacitor consoles. They're still sitting pretty much between the 6,000 and 6,500. There has been a drop in this 1.5 week time. Below the 5,500, look, that's 5,250 or 200 was the lowest where it got on to. And then it starts slightly went up, stayed pretty much around there for 3 days. Then it went up again towards the 6,500, dropped again to about 5,750, dropped again to about 5,250, and after that you start recovering again towards the 6,000 and 6,500. So it has its drops now and then, but then after it recovers pretty quickly again towards the normal price. 6,250 for the seller's price and 6,250 for the buyer's price. No margin at all, at this. 6,004 was 1.5 week ago the price for melted capacitor consoles. Trip power circuits has been dropping in this 1.5 week time. In the beginning of this 1.5 week time, it made a drop towards 26,000 per unit, crawled back up again to about 27,500 units, went even higher, and even for today we're sitting above the 29,000 per units for this. But it's still a bit low, on the lower side for the price, but it's normally sitting a little bit high, but it's pretty much almost a normal price. Then for the seller's price, makes that 31,000. I wound it up because it's so close to it. And then for the buyer's price, 28,724. 1.5 week ago was 26,005. So that's pretty decent increase for the trip power circuits price, and clearly it's going up. So 1.5 week ago we're sitting somewhere here when the price was that low. Yeah, 26. So yeah, went pretty up in price pretty quick. That was all the cells. We're taking a quick look at the Plex. The Plex is still going up in price. 5 and 20 are still both going up. Seller's price about 917 million ISK for a Plex, and buyer's price about 895 million ISK. It is almost reaching the 900 million for the buyer's price. It's really high getting again. That's amazing high price for Plex, and it's also a new record for this year, but I didn't track it that long yet, so that's not right. I fail at typing suddenly. I really do. There we go. Alright, this was this 1.5 week look at the amarr market, and see you all in 1.5 week again when we take a look at the market. So see you all then and fly safe.